This is the third time I've tried to record a video. Literally, the first time, the file size was too big because the video quality was just lossless. The second time, which I did earlier today, 21 minutes of non-stop blurriness. If this one's blurry or it stopped recording, prepare not to see me ever again. If you do see me again, then you'll know it worked. Okay, good. If you don't see me again, I probably would either have died or literally just left YouTube. So please leave a message after the beep. Thanks. Why you don't want to be an influencer whilst in school. With me, your host, the only Alex Fisher. I don't sound like this all the time. This is my normal voice. So, let me just, backtrack to my story and my life, real quick. I started TikTok about a year ago, probably. And I was kind of curious at first. I was like, maybe this could work, or, I kind of took it as a joke at first. Posted a few videos. One got a few thousand likes, and I was like, okay, might have something going here. Let's just keep going. Posted a few more, didn't really get much. Posted another one, last time I checked was a few days ago, but now that it got, let me just take a deep breath, big moment. It's got 1.6 million views and 160,000 likes. And let me tell you, when I first when I first posted that video, it was only within 20 seconds that I kind of was like, it's cool. Turn my phone off, well, turn the screen off anyway, and put it down on my table. I kind of looked away for 5 seconds, and then my phone started dying. Not power, but it started having a spaz attack. Literally my whole room was shaking. The table was literally flying in the air, shaking because of my phone. My phone literally was doing a shimmy on my table. It was oh my gosh, there's too much things happening, oh my gosh. And the reason why is because when I finally managed to catch my phone, because it was flopping around like a dying fish, I'll even find my phone. This old thing, ew, it's got something on it. It's so small, it feels so small. I feel like I'm holding, nothing. So, literally, it was flying in the air, and I was trying to catch it. I was like, what the hell's going on? And when I finally caught it, I was like, stay, and turned my phone on and looked at my screen. I was like, what the hell? And literally, it doesn't matter how many times I tried to swipe down, my notifications kept coming, and I was like, oh, okay. And they were all TikTok, and I was like, shook. So when I finally went onto the app and I clicked on my feed, it doesn't matter how many times I would refresh my feed, there would always be something new. There would always be either this person's liked your video, then I would refresh, this many people have liked your video, and I was like, what the hell's going on? And every time I clicked it, it was just now, 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 and I was like, whoa. Whoa. Slow down, ho, you on speed! And then I finally understood it. After I had calmed down and there were no more drugs in my system, what? I kind of just looked at it and was like, okay. And at that point, it had around 10,000 views. No, 10,000 likes. Sorry, let me just flex. And I was like, oh, that's a lot. What's going on here? And there's kind of a problem with getting a popular video. I'll name a few scenarios. Namely, one is Michaela Long. She's from Vine. She had a YouTube channel, and she explained in one of her videos that when one of her videos crossed 100,000 likes, she got a lot of followers. And she also said that with that many followers came just as many haters. And she literally says they are vicious. And I'm like, now I understand. A lot of people, if you haven't been that makes me sound like a right douche. If you haven't been in my place before and you see a YouTuber or someone complain about how haters are really vicious and you're like, honey, no, they're not. You're wrong. They are vicious. These people will literally drill into your soul if you're not careful. These people are horrible. And there was a mixture of haters. You've got your average haters, and then you've got the memers who really want to take the piss out of you. And that was my life. But they really were vicious. And I've named a few times that I have probably gotten really upset thanks to a few comments. Like, I know that I have, like, I will fight back. Like, if someone, like, tries to insult me, I will literally throw something back at them 10 times harder. Like, I don't even care if it's insulting your mom, your dad, or whatever parents you've got left. I will insult you for them because you've tried to shade me just as much. Like, sis, step up. Like, if you're not gonna step up, then step down because you're about to get smacked. I am so not vicious and violent. I don't have any violent tendencies. I am perfectly normal on the inside. I'm not psycho. So I was like, okay, bit shook, bit kind of like crying. I was like a bit angry, well, not a bit angry, really angry. And I was like, I need to do something about this. Because it wasn't until after I'd calmed down and I'd really thought about it, it wasn't until then that I realized, what if people in school find out? And at that point, it's kind of like in a film where if someone says something that makes everyone realize something, it's like, shook. I was like, oh God, what if they have? And it doesn't matter what I did, it was already too late. Because by the time I got into school, one little fetus approached me and was like, oh my gosh, you're that kid from TikTok. And I was like, don't know what you're talking about. Back down, please. And, well, let's just say he wasn't quiet about it. He full-on shouts it out across the entire cafeteria during lunch. He goes, he's that kid from TikTok! And I'm like, I literally shriveled. I turned into, like, a mutant ninja turtle, but a really ugly mutant ninja turtle. And I shriveled, okay? I shriveled and I turned into a ball. I wanted to curl up and die, okay? It was that serious. The embarrassment, I swear, I was a whole new shade of red. Like, I was a different colour. Like, I wasn't even Shrek. I was literally a different colour out of the spectrum. Literally. Because I was so embarrassed that I kind of just looked away. And whilst everyone was staring at me, I was just like, what are you all looking at? What are you all looking at? Not realising that my face was probably the same colour as a cherry tomato. So I was like, what are you all looking at? Why are you staring at me? Look away! And then as soon as he shouted that out, it wasn't until like a week later that more people started noticing. And luckily, and I don't know how it happened, miraculously, no one in my year had found out. And there were a lot of really mean people in my year, and none of them found out. And I was like, something doesn't make sense here. So, naturally, I was just looking at my TikTok, just still getting spammed, even like 120, 200 hours later. And I kind of noticed that in my feed, I noticed a certain name. This certain name tied to a certain name of a girl in my year. And I was like, oh, connections have been made, sis. And I approached her the next day at school. I was like, oh, saw that you found me. And she was like, yeah. She didn't really make fun of me at first. She was like, I really like your TikToks. And I was like, oh my God, she just complimented me. This is not normal. She was the first person, I think she might have not been the first person in my year to find out, but she was the first person that complimented me about it. And I was taken back. I was like, whoa. The whole time I thought my shit was cringy, and I know it was cringy. It still is. When won't it be? But she complimented me about it, and I was like, whoa, okay, something is not normal here. And it's been a year since that day. Ever since then, I stayed away from TikTok because I knew that I was gonna get bullied for it, so I left. And it's only until recently that people have been like, remember when you had a TikTok? And every time they brought it up, I will literally shrivel and be like, no, don't talk about that, please. And they'll tease me about it, but they kind of know that, I think they've realized that, like, he really doesn't want to go back to it. A lot of people have been really encouraging and been like, you know, you should do a channel, you're, like, really funny. Now that I think about it, I'm now thinking about all the comments that went, you know, funny faces aren't funny. That's a rant, sis. But honestly, though, I would literally not go back. I would never go back to TikTok at that point. I was like, people are like, I know you're encouraging, but it was cringy. Those days are dead. I literally said that to one of my friends. I was like, those days are gone. And then I kind of realized my friends wouldn't exactly lie to me. I know they tease me, but they wouldn't exactly lie to me. So I kind of took them seriously. I was like, maybe this could actually work. So here I am. This is probably like the 750th time I've tried again. But I'm back. So yeah, that was my story. Now, main, on to the part 2 of why you shouldn't be an influencer whilst you're in school. You don't want to get bullied. You don't want to get made fun of. If you're gonna do it when you're leaving school, because you have a whole new fresh set of faces that won't bully you for it because you'll be having a job by then. If you do, then you've got some balls. You've got to be prepared for the onslaught of insults, like piss takings that you're gonna have. You've got to be ready for everything. You've got to be ready for every possibility on social media. Because, sis, when they find that out, when they find you out, when they find your little fetus face on social media, they're gonna do everything to make sure you get off. And you gotta be prepared. Like, if they do that, you've gotta grab your fist and literally shove it right in their faces. Not literally, but figuratively. Otherwise, you're probably gonna get expelled. So yeah, that's kind of my story, and also a warning. So I'm warning you. Sis has been warned. Sis is shook right now. I'm sweating profusely because I'm so embarrassed. I would not trade anything for what I have now. Like, from the friends I have, for the followers that I have, I would literally not trade a thing. I would literally not give it away. I'm keeping it, okay? It's here. It's the here and now. I'm keeping it. If you did enjoy, please do, like, you know, do the normal subscriber thing where every YouTuber's like, oh my gosh, if you don't do these things, I will kill you. Like the video, you know, you've got to actually grab Thor's hammer and smash that like button. You've got to grab Thanos' anus and you've literally got to powwow him into the subscribe button. And then you've got to grab his intestines and write over the comment section. This is really gross. Oh my god. Just grab a normal pen, like a fountain pen, with Thanos' blood on it. Jesus Christ. But yeah, do leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, because I'm desperate, I need attention, and if I don't get my daily dose, I will literally die. So yeah, and I want to give the best of luck to my editor, Amina, who's going to do the best she can to try and edit this shitload of a video. And that's it. Bye!